Hey folks, welcome back to the farm. Getting some projects done with some of the good weather we've had lately, and as usual, when you do one project, that leads to another project. So yesterday we harvested a hog, which we'll cover in a video this weekend when we process it. But we're going to need some freezer space. So we had all of those tomatoes, those leftover Roma tomatoes. If you remember, we got about 100 pounds of Roma tomatoes out of that last pick out of the garden. So I had them all down in the freezer. So it need to process them so we have room for the pork and all the sausage and stuff we're going to make this weekend. But you've seen this project before, but I wanted to bring you up to date. You never saw how it came out. So what we did with those Roma tomatoes is we washed them, we cored them, and we cut them in half, and we put them in 2-gallon freezer bags and put them down in the freezer. So let's show you what we got now. So this is what they look like when they come out of the freezer. I got a sink full of tomato juice. But as you can see, when they're frozen, you can bring them over here and you can slip these skins right off. And then all you have is just the meat of the tomato when you're done. Super, super easy. You just squeeze that skin right off of there, it falls right out. So super time saver. And the other thing it does is the liquid comes out of them also. So if you can see down here in this bowl with all the tomato juice, and you're going to say, well, why don't you save all that tomato juice? Well, we've already saved all the tomato juice from the last ones we've done. And we've even canned a bunch of tomato juice. Kelly spiced it up. It's really good. And we've already used that in some recipes. So we've saved enough tomato juice. And anybody that knows, when you're doing tomatoes, what takes the longest when you're processing tomatoes is boiling it down, cooking it down, getting the liquid out of it, and all that juice, to where it's the right consistency to can or make whatever you want out of it. So with this process, with the skin slipping right off like that, and probably 90% of the juice coming out of these things, that's going to save a lot of time. If we're just cooking down the meat of these tomatoes, it's going to get thick a lot quicker, and we're not going to probably have to do this for 2 days like we normally do. We do it in one of these cookers because it doesn't heat from the bottom, so you're not going to scorch what you're cooking in it. My cousin Carrie loaned this to me. Thank you, Carrie. And we'll use this thing, and it'll heat a lot better. It's like almost like a giant slow cooker. So to give you an idea of how much volume we actually lost, this started out as 4 2-gallon Ziploc bags of tomatoes. And now we're down to I could probably fit that in 1 2-gallon bag now. So we lost about 75% of the volume just by freezing and having that liquid all drain off and slipping the skins off. So that'll tell you how quick this is going to get done. But this is going to cook down a lot faster. So we'll be able to get it done. We won't have to spend all weekend on it. But we've already got about 40 quarts of tomatoes down in the root cellar. So I don't want to put these up as just plain tomatoes like I normally do, which I recommend that you do, because then you can turn them into anything. What I'm going to do with this batch of tomatoes is I'm going to turn it into like a base sauce, like a chili or like a sloppy joe base or something that you can turn into other things. You can make sloppy joes with it, you can make chili with it, you can make enchiladas with it, pasta, whatever you want to make with it. It just kind of gives you a head start. And since I have these extra tomatoes, I'm already going to do that, and we'll use that quite a bit. So it's not going to just sit on the shelf. But we'll throw some onions and some green peppers in this, and some brown sugar and some vinegar, and we'll spice it up real good. So I just wanted to bring you up to date on what those tomatoes look like. I know I didn't show the end result when we froze those, so I wanted to show you. So until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. Remember to check out Mark Kelly Farm on Facebook. You can see a bunch of Kelly's pictures. And we'll see you on the hog videos probably first of the week, and we got to get back on the chicken coop as well. So catch you guys later. Love you.